Good evening and welcome to Gooner Matterz, where your opinion matters. As you could see, the Arsenal way by Gooner Matterz. Tonight we've got about 3 segments, and in the house is the following: the Enforcer and Leonard Kleinreck. Lenny, how are you, my man?
It's good. It's good to be home again. Good seeing you, gentlemen. Always an honor and a privilege to have a discussion with you guys. And it's just facts.
Lovely. The Enforcer, how are you? And if there is something to enforce, you may go ahead.
Thank you very much. Like I need your permission. No, it's great to be here, guys, as always. It's an absolute privilege to be on with both of you. Good friends of mine. We're just going to have a good time, good debate, and let's bring it on. And that's me enforcing it. There we go.
Let us just, Des, just tell us a bit. What's the morale now in Newcastle, seeing that Steve Bruce is gone, and I think Unai Emery has declined the job.
Well, the latest news is Eddie Howe is going to be the new manager, ex-manager of Bournemouth. So Eddie Howe's going to be the new manager.
Yeah.
I don't know how excited they're going to get about that. We'll find out in the next couple of days. I think it will all depend if they get a win this weekend. You know, so to be honest, it's still pretty quiet. I think they were expecting someone. No disrespect to, no disrespect to Eddie Howe. I think they were expecting someone a bit more highbrow, maybe. But again, it's a question. But the people have accepted that it's going to take, a big turnaround, a big monumental changes to get Newcastle to the heights where they want to get them. So they know it's not going to be a fast process. They know it's going to take a while. So excitement levels at the moment have probably leveled out, to be quite honest.
Yes, sir. I know this is not part of the segment of tonight, but just for argument, for just for the sake of it, now that we are talking about Newcastle, obviously you said you're staying quite a couple of, like 5 minutes away or 10 minutes away from the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
What is the chances if Unai Emery had to go there? Do you think he would have made a difference, seeing that he was so good, or still is so good at Villarreal?
Yes, I genuinely, I think he would have made a good difference. I think he would have brought a different kind of quality, or qualities and quality of player to the club. And it's a shame that they didn't get him, because I think he could have, with the financial backing that they're saying that the manager's, that the manager's going to get, I think he would have done really well.
Yeah.
I think he, but he's obviously happy where he is at the moment, and Eddie Howe's probably going to take the reins, and they'll, at the end of the day, these big clubs, they can change their manager whenever they want. These big owners, they can change their manager whenever they want. So even though Eddie Howe may be stepping into the job, there's no guarantees how long he'll be there. He's got to perform. He's got to perform to keep his job. He'll be on a performance basis now. Do you know what I mean? So you just wait. He could be taking the job, doing really, really well, but then I don't know who's a great manager these days. They are, but you know what I mean. All it takes is a great manager to lose his job somewhere else, and they'll be knocking on his door.
Exactly.
So it's all stay in the job as long as you can, but make sure you get the performances.
Yeah, I don't think Eddie Howe is really the man for that club, considering where they are. But no, nonetheless, that is. Lenny, just before we go on to our own segments, do you have any views on that?
Look, currently, the place to be is the EPL. And with the owners that came in now at Newcastle, I would actually, if I'm a quality coach, I would take that offer. You know, I would jump for that, knowing full well that I've got 1 month left where I can turn that entire team around and go on a shopping spree come January. You know, release needs to be released, and then bring in big names with a guarantee that, you know, the future is bright. And EPL is where it's actually happening now. And if you look at the billionaires out there, they all turning towards the EPL, and you know, that's where we need to invest, and that's where we're going to plow in our money. So if I was Unai, with the owners that came aboard now, I could have made my own price, you know, and say, right, this is, if you want me, that's what it's going to cost you, you know, and I'm taking a 5-year contract at some ridiculous price, and they would have thrown it at him.
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, that's my take on it at the moment.
Yeah, I'm not going to elaborate much on that. Sorry, Dave.
I'm just going to say as well, though, the problem with managers today, though, guys, as well, is no one walks away from a job anymore because they wait till be sacked because they know that they're going to get millions of pounds payoff. So no one says, right, I'm basically doing rubbish here. I'm going to put my hand up and say, right, I'm off. They don't do that anymore. They wait till be sacked.
Nuno had got a nice fat check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he got a nice fat check. I mean, he had 4 months in the job and now he's gone. But nonetheless, before we go any further, please subscribe to Gooner Matterz and also make your way to the bell, ring that bell, and smash the like. If you are new on Gooner Matterz, you can also get involved with Gooner Matterz at gmail.com. And I've got something new for you. If you want to advertise your business, you can do so on Gooner Matterz, but a 10 Rand is all I'm asking to do so. Is to advertise your business only for a 10 Rand. And not Lenny days, that is about
half a pound.
Sorry, 200 pounds.
Half a pound.
Yeah. I mean, half a pound. Sorry, half a pound.
It's 50 pence. It's 50 pence in English money.
50 pence. All right, cool.
Okay.
This was the name of the Rams that is now currently LA Rams. It was St. Louis Rams, and they have relocated now to LA. Where are they now? The LA Rams. So Des, you said you had something to share with us regarding that.
Yeah, I was looking into the lawsuit regarding Stan Kroenke, and he owes a lot of money. I can't give you an exact figure because they never release the figures until the case is over. But his cost, why the other teams are really annoyed with him. He's cost them 8 figures. 8 figures. I mean, and this is because of all these stupid ideas that he's come up with. And it's a shame that he can't be kicked out of the game. Well, I don't know, the lawsuit, they may kick him out of the game. I don't know, but because I don't know all the ins and outs of that part of it. But to cost other teams, no wonder no one wants to do business with the man, you know? 8 figures is a lot of money. A lot of money. And he's a charlatan. He's a fake. And he doesn't care who he tramples on or what he does to damage. I mean, St. Louis now, they've got revenue because he's moved them to LA.
Yeah.
So he doesn't care. He doesn't give a damn. As long as he gets his money out of it. You know?
Yeah. Lenny, what is your take on Mr. Kroenke?
You see, with Kroenke, no integrity, none whatsoever. You know,
Yep,
he's promised. He makes his promises when he goes into business deals with you, and then he just when okay, I can't swear. When the thing hits the fan,
I know what you
when
mean, though. I know what you mean.
yeah, when that thing hits the fan, then he's like in denial. You know, it's like, I couldn't care less. Don't, you know, job losses,
Yeah.
families that were affected with this whole movement, and you know, players had to uplift everything where they were living, and now relocate everything, move their families. He couldn't care less. You know, as long as he could profit out of it. You know, so good on them that they're gonna whip him now, you know, because
Yeah.
no integrity, no, none whatsoever.
No
And actually, I'm
integrity.
ashamed, the Arsenal owner, very ashamed.
Sure.
Mm.
Yeah, no, look, Kroenke is I call him the crooked man, the crooked man. So he tried to get out of this whole thing, and he wanted the whole lawsuit to be relocated to LA, and he lost that appeal. And that video that you sent on the group the other day, Lenny, it states clear there that I don't think he will win this lawsuit
He's not
because
gonna win it. He's
yeah,
No,
not.
it's
he's
not.
going to lose
He
a lot
won't.
of he's going to lose a lot of money.
He won't win it at all. He cannot beat the NFL. He can't.
Mm-mm. He can't. And we're
No.
talking billions and billions of dollars of payout
Yeah.
Yeah, but guys,
that he has to
who's going to
do.
pay?
I'm not sure if he's gonna scratch in his I'm not sure if he's going to scratch in his wife's Walmart accounts. I
I
don't
was
know,
going to
but he's
say.
going to have to cough up that money.
I was going to say. I doubt that it'll be him paying the bill. I think it'll be his wife, Lenny.
Yeah. So Walmart will be footing the bill then.
Yeah.
Yeah, look, I
Yeah.
think his wife won't get involved there because there's a lot of things, and now you could really see how the pressure is gonna fold, especially when it comes to his son. So Joshi, I don't know, what do you think Joshi is gonna do in terms of what's happening into Arsenal? I think there was something that was mentioned in the Arsenal regarding the Arsenal with this lawsuit. I just tried to sort of get it, but now I've got this whole background of mine falling apart here. But nonetheless, what is your talk about? What is your thoughts about? What do you think Josh is going to do if this thing must go south and his father is looking at Arsenal? I mean, he made
For
he made a loan of 120 million last season, and has that loan been paid back? Is he going to come back to Arsenal's wallet and say, "Look, I need a couple of million," type of thing? You know what I mean? So, what do you think that will transpire? What will transpire there, seeing that Josh is running the show there?
Glenn,
Go on, Lenny. Sorry, go on.
on that issue, in the States, the Kroenke name has been tarnished. They cut nice. It's been tarnished in the States. So what Josh will have to do now is he's gonna have to save face in the UK. So they've made the loan and they've repaid that loan. That loan has been settled. You know,
Yeah.
so at the moment it looks like the credit is good still in the UK. So he's going to try and play it up that the way my dad does business and the way I do business is completely different. And Arsenal, you don't have to worry. We've got your back. You're covered. So he's going to have to play that type of game, you know.
Yeah.
But meanwhile, back in the States, it doesn't look so rosy.
Yes,
Well,
it's amazing how your name is very important, eh?
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what. I hope this doesn't happen. I hope they don't put Arsenal up as equity. Do you know what I mean? So if they borrow money and they go, well, we have to use Arsenal's equity because that would cause problems.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping this lawsuit it could be the straw that breaks the camel's back, and he might have to sell Arsenal. So there could be some good come out of it. I'm not saying it, I can't guarantee it, but there could be some good coming out of the situation if they say, oh, you've got to pay these bills or whatever, and the only thing he's got to sell really, well, he could sell the Rams, but he's not going to let that go if he's fought that hard for it. Yeah. So the only other thing he can sell, and his wife's not going to sell Asda or Walmart, is he can only sell Arsenal, can't he? I mean,
not really. This, if I can come in there.
yeah.
Bearing in mind, he owns the ice hockey team, American football team. He's got a hockey team. He's got a basketball team.
Yeah, but the point I'm making, yeah, that's fine. But anything in America, he's not going to want to sell anything in America. You know. So if he's going to let anything go first, I think it would be Arsenal.
Yeah, look, he's got about, I think, 19 radio stations as well, and magazines as well. So he's got a lot of entities. However, I hear what you're saying also in terms of looking at a self-sustaining business, because the only business he has outside of US is in London.
Exactly.
And his name in London is not that good anyway. So I think he won't be forced to sell Arsenal, because Arsenal at this stage doesn't make him money really. That's what I would say.
If he sold Arsenal, he could get billions. Yeah. If he sold all the things that you've mentioned, guys, right? If he sold the radio stations, would he get billions? I don't know. If he sold, his interests, would he get billions? Maybe with some of the sports things he would, but I don't think he would want to let the American side of sports go, if you know what I mean. I think he's invested too much into them, to let them go. Now Arsenal is going to make him billions if he sells it. Okay, to me, I could be absolutely barking up the wrong tree, but to me, that's what would get him out of trouble. Do you see what I mean? Or help to get him out of trouble. So that's what I think about. But the thing is, it's not going to end tomorrow, guys. This could go on for years.
Yeah. Mm.
You know.
It's going to go on for quite some time still. Then.
Exactly. It's not going to be. We're not going to be here next week saying, "Oh, look, Kroenke's broke," or
Yeah, they're talking about 4 years. I think they've mentioned it, but it will take up to 4 years.
Yeah. So he'll hold on to Arsenal. He'll hold on to Arsenal until he doesn't need it or until he doesn't want it anymore, or he'll hold on to Arsenal until we get through this lawsuit.
Now my question to you guys is: he told the guy on the right bottom, Mr. Spotify, I don't need the money now.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Mr. Eck, I don't need the money, Mr. Eck.
Will that still be the case? I don't need the money now, or we don't need the money.
If it was, go on, Lenny. Go on. Sorry. Go on.
No, I'm looking at this, and I'm kind of seeing. Look, Daniel Ek has gone quiet. He hasn't spoken out in the media or said anything, but he's still showing Kroenke, I'm in your face. You rocked up for the match against Spurs, sat in the stadium next to him. So just him being there is kind of telling Kroenke, hey, I'm still around. Just whisper and I'll take it over. So he's not in the media, so he'll keep quiet. But as long as we see him around, then we know he hasn't forgotten.
See, that's the thing. I'll agree with you there, Lenny, right? Because I just want to add to that as well, right? If you remember, it became a big thing when Daniel Ek was interested. Now that was to get all the Arsenal fans excited. The actual deal between Daniel Ek and Kroenke, we won't know until one day it just pops up, new owner, Daniel Ek.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And to be honest, we won't even know what he spent, what deals they made. We will not know. They only made it public that Daniel Ek was interested because then it got the fans going, bloody hell, we could get. We could get a new owner. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
we won't hear nothing about the deals, and when the deal's done, that won't become public until Daniel Ek strolls onto the pitch and says, "Right, I'm the new owner."
Yeah.
Or
So,
Mr.
so this is what the reports are saying. NFL fails in final effort to relocate Rams relocation case. It says here that the NFL didn't seem to take the Rams relocation litigation seriously until July, when a judge ruled that multiple owners must disclose financial information because they could be personally liable for punitive damages. Starting at that point, the NFL has commenced a Lions versus Rams style kitchen sink approach to bending the outcome in the direction of the oligarchs. It hasn't worked. A belated effort to move the trial out of St. Louis has failed at every level. Via Randy Carricker of ESPN 101, the Missouri Supreme Court has denied the league's appeal of the decision to keep the case where it has been since it was filed. So, the time when the court requested the financials, I think he got a bit worried there as well. He was one of the guys. I think there was one of 6 owners that they wanted to appeal the fact that why do you want to see our financials? And it started there already. And I think, remember I did a segment for Alex on Cannon Fodder regarding the Kroenke. What drives him? It is dollars. It's profit that drives him. So when you talk about his money, he's going to sort of try and defend any which way he can possibly. And when they said to him and 6 other or 5 other owners, you must show us your financials, he was one of the guys that said no. I want to appeal that, but he also lost that. So, so it doesn't look good for him going forward in terms of the St. Louis Rams, or now the LA Rams. It doesn't look any good for him.
No.
Just sorry to come in again. Just listening to that, Naglin. It could basically maybe boil down to reinstate what he took out, which means he's gonna have to reinstate another football team, the stadium, employ those that he made unemployed. You know, so that cost implication could possibly come in also. So they might rule in that way that you have to reinstate what you took out.
And I think
Because
then he will probably sell the Rams, because the Rams at this stage cost him a lot of money moving to LA, knowing there will probably be repercussions. Now at East, there's a lawsuit. A whole state is suing him. I mean, that state must have lost a lot of millions of dollars. I mean, and now saying what you're saying, then should that happen, do you think he will probably sell Rams? And I think Rams is one of his best performing sports entities.
I don't think he'll sell the Rams. He's put too much into it. He won't sell. He won't sell what he put too much into. And I think we've said this before, Lenny. Right? Correct me if I'm wrong. But if you take Arsenal as the other sort of end of Arsenal, transfer windows now, the Kroenkes need to step up because they need to spend at least 250 million per transfer window.
But nowadays, for the last 2 seasons, they have spent about almost 300 million.
Yeah, but it's still not 250. It's not 500 million, is it? You see what I mean? And that's what we need to compete. So to compete, you've got to start spending the sort of money that Man City, Man United, Chelsea. We need to start spending that sort of money that they're spending. Otherwise, we will be. Don't get me wrong. Even though we were 20th, right, and now we're 6th, we've done bloody well to get there. Yeah, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But I still think we can make top 4 this season. Okay, I've got confidence because we've got Super Ram in goal. That's his new nickname, Super Ram. Right, I'm enforcing that. Okay. Right. So all I'm saying is that he needs to spend the money every transfer window, otherwise we're not going to compete. Yeah. And Super Ram in goal is going to be the lad plays right with his heart. And I tell you now, he will get us clean sheets. Burn Leno, bye-bye in January. Nice to have met you.
Yeah.
Won't forget you. You know what I mean?
Can we dub him the London Ram?
You can dub him the London Ram. I'm going to keep calling him Super Ram because the way he stayed in the air for that save of the season, right? The way he stayed in the air.
This is almost like
a superhero. Like a superhero. But yeah, I know I'm kind of going to Arsenal now, but that's the truth, guys. If Kroenke does not spend right the money that the club needs him to spend, we're not going to compete. And I tell you now, Aaron Ramsdale, Super Ram, right, has proved he was worth every single penny of that 50 million already.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah. Exactly.
Right. Anything else on the Rams, the LA Rams, and the St. Louis Rams before we wrap that up?
Mm-hmm.
Man, just one more thing. Just as the discussion is going on, maybe it could happen that he has to let go of Arsenal, sell it off, and then if the court forces reinstatement, those monies could then be used to reinstate a team in St. Louis again. Could possibly be the case. Yeah.
That's wishful thinking, eh?
Yeah, but hold on. Wouldn't somebody else have to own it if he did that?
Yeah.
Not necessarily. No.
Not necessarily. Okay.
No.
I think
because like I said, he owns 5 or 6 different sports franchise in the States.
Actually 7, including Arsenal. Yeah.
7, including Arsenal. So it doesn't actually matter.
Okay, that's fair enough.
So the ranking is Rams, and I think Arsenal is either second or third. That it is the most successful sporting entity that he has. But nonetheless, bringing close to what you are saying there, Lenny. So, do you think this will then possibly happen? One of the two.
Man, I've got a sneaky. I don't know. Maybe I'm jumping the gun here. But if Dangote is so eager to take over Arsenal, as well as Ek, you never know. Collision might happen. You know.
A consortium.
Yeah. Okay. Collision. You know, that's what's happened after elections now. Everybody's talking collision.
Collision, yeah.
It could possibly be an option where the two of them sit together and
go 50-50.
I don't think that would happen. I don't. I wouldn't mind if it did happen, but I don't think it will happen.
Yeah. I think the interest of both these guys are totally different. Both of them are Arsenal supporters, but I think the interest why they want to buy Arsenal or the vision or the agenda for buying Arsenal, it's different. So having to gang up on the Kroenkes, I don't think it will be very, very difficult to agree upon certain things. Now, I've strategically took these 2 pictures where they obviously spoke into the seminars where they are, but Daniel Ek holding out his hand and Dangote almost like, put his palms together like he's praying type of thing. That is the strategy that I use there. So Daniel Ek said, my hand is open, here's my money. And Dangote is saying, please, Stan, give it to me type of thing. So my question to you is, which one of the two, should Kroenke sell, which one of the two would be likely be the new owner if both of them are able at the time?
Can I throw a spanner in?
Sure.
Here we
You're
go.
gonna do it anyway.
The question you need to ask as well is, who would the fans trust?
Yeah.
Well, that's also another question. You can answer your own question.
Who would the fans trust? I think Daniel Ek.
Okay.
Why? Because we don't really know anything about Dangote apart from he's an oil magnate and he's a billionaire, lovely, but it all comes down to trust. I think it all comes down to trust. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could be wrong. I mean, Daniel Ek could be the best man. Not Daniel Ek. Dangote could be the best man that walks the earth. Yeah. Until he proves it. Yeah. Until he proves it, where I think people would talk about Daniel Ek with a certain, I tell you why, with a certain level of trust because of who he's got involved. So basically, Terry Henry, Bergkamp. Was Vieira involved as well? He was, wasn't he? Even though he'd gone to Crystal Palace, he was involved, wasn't he? So when people hear the trinity of legends, when they hear the trinity of legends and you hear their name Henry, you hear the name Bergkamp, and you hear the name Vieira, you think, oh, Daniel Ek, yeah, because he's super interested and he's bringing in the legends that we all love. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah.
But it sounds like I'm really against Dangote. I'm not. Anybody, personally, I think, would be better than Kroenke. So if we didn't get Ek and we got Dangote, he's got to be better than Kroenke. It's got to be.
Yeah.
But that's how I feel about it.
Then what do you say?
For me, I have to agree that Daniel Ek would be the perfect candidate. Firstly, from a fan base, Spotify is something that youngsters are buying into, that they use, that they make use of most of the time. So Spotify connected with Arsenal, your younger generation will then also now be starting to support not only Spotify, but Arsenal too. So you're building a fan base there also. And Ek he's always spoken.
Your sound, Lenny, your sound.
Lenny, you've gone mute, mate.
Your sound. All right, Lenny's gone silent there.
Yeah. Put your mic on.
Now I'm back again. Are you sure?
There you are. That's it. You're back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lenny?
Yeah. Am I back?
Yeah, there you're back.
Yeah.
Great. I don't know what happened.
But like I was saying, fan base, youngsters, and Daniel Ek is not the type that, not the type. He's the one that normally says, "What do you need?" And if Arsenal put forth their needs, he will supply. So he would be a great candidate to take over.
Okay.
But you've got to remember.
I won't disagree with you, and I think I'm gonna make your statement, Lenny, the statement of the night, because I didn't think of that way.
What? I can't believe it.
I'm gonna enforce that your statement of the night is the best statement, Lenny, because I didn't think it from that angle. Being Spotify, and a lot of youngsters are using that for music download, and in conjunction to
How do you
become
think that?
Arsenal fans as well. We need young fans, and but on the flip side, for the sake of Dangote, he was straightforward to say, look, I really want to buy Arsenal. In fact, I really will buy Arsenal, but not now because of the $20 billion project that the company, and he's brought the company to a point. He was open and he was very straightforward when he was asked about the takeover. So he said he doesn't want to do it now, but he will do it. And he mentioned that it will be done this year. The year's on his end. There is no more time left in this year to take over because Kroenke is not going to sell tomorrow. They're not going to sell end of the month. They're not going to sell in December. So 21 is gone.
Can I just add? I'm not trying to take the statement of the week, Lenny. You can have that one. That's fine. Right? But with Daniel Ek, you've got a sponsor straight away. If Emirates ever pulled out, you've got Spotify.
Sorry, yeah, true.
Yeah.
I will put that as the second best.
But now we can throw in another one, Glenn. We throw in another one, and we say we approach Patrice Motsepe and say, right, buy over Arsenal.
Wow.
So then we've got South African diamonds, involved.
Lenny, look, saying that, do you think he can afford Arsenal?
He can. He controls the diamond market in South Africa. He's CAF president. So he's got the money. Sorry.
Why didn't someone get in touch with Flamini and say, look, you're a self-made billionaire. Why don't you buy Arsenal?
Yeah, but what is Flamini's worth at the moment now?
I'm looking.
The general manager's look. He's got the GM on his shirt. It's the general manager who's looking.
Yeah.
SA now have as $5 billionaires, as nearly 500 new billionaires joined. Yeah, I've got the wrong one there, but I'll still look. Yeah, that's actually good because he is a real he's a real billionaire. Okay, here we go. You could get as rich as Elon Musk. The South African billionaire doubled his wealth over lockdown.
Flipping it. That's impressive.
Last year, the 4 South African billionaires who made the cut for the ranking lost 2 billion collectively. A year later, however, and Thesis ultra wealthy individuals have added 3.6 billion to their combined net. So they didn't say the individuals ones. Yeah, I will look into that, and then we can discuss that again on another time. That's actually an interesting point. Maybe we should put it on his website. All right, look, I wanna just do this before we go to the next segment. It is Stan versus Dan. This is the let me just take this out. This is the comparison between Stan and Dan. There's a vast age gap, a big age gap. It's almost 20, 30, almost 50 years. Wow, it's a lot of years. But look at the net worth. It's not that vast difference. It's about 2.7, if I'm not mistaken.
2.4.
2.5. 2.5.
Yeah,
Yeah.
5.9 versus
2.5.
2.4.
2.5 billion difference.
2.5 million, yeah. That's the difference in net worth is not, and I mean, he bid it 2 billion on Arsenal. So there's the 2 billion difference. So you would have been 7.9 billion richer. And
Yeah.
did you see, by the way, did you see the he went, I think, 3 ranks up Stan Kroenke last week in the richest men in US. He went
Yeah,
yeah,
he
Stan
found
Kroenke.
He found $1 billion down the back of his settee and put it in the bank.
Yeah. Yep.
And look at there's the major sports teams. That is not all. That's just 5 of them. I think there's two more lower divisions short there. And then the businesses that is Kroenke, sporting and entertainment, Screaming Eagle Winery, Wagoner Ranch, and Spotify and audio streaming provider. And of
I
course,
still
the
don't like
land.
Kroenke though.
Yeah, Kroenke has got a lot of property as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if you think about it, right? Okay, Kroenke's got all that stuff and he's only got 5.9 billion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Daniel Ek got one company and he's only 2.5 billion underneath Kroenke. That's impressive. That's an impressive figure for one company.
Now, the one thing about the benefit that Dan has is Spotify is a growing entity because it's live streaming and going into the streaming world of technology that can only, unless Facebook or somebody comes in with a new music stream. So have a look at that. I think the comparison is in terms of net worth is not that big of a gap. 2.5 billion. I think Daniel Ek in the next couple of years will be very close to that.
He might even surpass Kroenke.
So if he add Arsenal to that, immediately he will go up to probably 4.95 billion.
Yeah,
Because of the name of Arsenal.
Yeah, and you what you do is you just add a dollar increase or a pound increase on your Spotify, and you've got it made. You know,
your
so
share of Spotify will increase tremendously because now you've got Arsenal on your books, you've got Spotify on your books, and you are worth $4.9 to $5 billion. Whoop! Daniel Ek is a man to be known.
Well, let me give you some sort of idea of like, because I use Spotify, yeah.
I also use Spotify.
I've got Spotify Home Premium. Okay, what that means is, just so you know what it is in the UK, I pay $14.99 a month, yeah, and up to five people can use my Spotify.
Yeah, the same.
So I could send it to 4 members of my family, and they could all use it.
Yeah.
So when you break down the $14.99, it's about £1.50 a month. Do you know what I mean? £2 a month, whatever. It's ridiculous.
A friend of mine, he's blessed me with a portion of his Spotify account. Yeah, it's nice to have. It's a lot of music on the air. I like music, as you know, Des, and then I've been a DJ.
Same here.
So music is my thing. I mean,
we're both DJs. We're both DJs, aren't we, bro? So music is our.
All right.
It's not our fault that Lenny isn't talented.
On to our next segment. This is what the thumbnail advertising saying, the Arsenal way, and it says there, trust the process. Now, trust the process. Look at this is the 10 games played In the EPL. So our first game against Brentford, 2-0. Our second game against Chelsea, 2-0. The third game against Man City, 5-0. So there we had 9 goals scored against us, and we had -9 points. And then something happened. What happened?
We got rid of Xhaka.
No, Xhaka
We got a lot of
played.
I know that I meant
Xhaka played in the 5-0, correct? So
Yeah.
are you saying Xhaka was the problem?
part of it, yeah. I
No,
don't
we-
want Xhaka back on the pitch.
Des, you couldn't say Xhaka was the problem. There was other players like Chambers, like Holding, like Mari, like Leno.
Right, I'm going to enforce this. It's not just right. Hold on. I'm going to enforce this. Right, it's not just Xhaka. Right, we haven't got Leno in goal anymore. Thank God. Yeah, we've got a solid back four now with Bruce Lee, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel. Tierney's going to have to fight for his place now because Tavares is. Well, he's Grease Lightning, isn't he? You know, we've got a back four that listen to each other, help each other, and we've got a keeper that has got a brilliant ball distribution, and he knows how to get the best out of the back four.
Yeah,
they support each other. We didn't have that before. We had just had 4 people in the back row. I mean, no disrespect to Pablo Mari, but Holding, why did we give him a 4-year contract? Why?
because he's English, man.
Well, all right, okay. I can't argue that. But why we had defenders that like bumping into each other? Bellerin and all that. Yeah. Now we've got a better structure. Okay. We've also got now. Sorry, Lenny, I'll let you say something in a minute, right? We've also got now. Partey has learned to play football. He's controlling the midfield like he should.
And I remember you never rated Partey.
No,
Partey was one of your worst.
No, not at all. I wanted Partey to go, and I know I'm probably one of the only people who's probably said that. But I've actually seen the best out of Partey in the last 5 games. Yeah,
7 games.
Lokonga has been. He's a good player. Obviously Odegaard. I mean, everybody was saying that he didn't do well in the last game, but Odegaard knows how to hold the ball up. Yeah. So, I mean, I could break it all down, couldn't I? But all I'm saying is we've now got a team that know how. I've got someone calling me. Hold on 1 second. No, it's okay. We've now got a team that know how to gel and know how to play football.
Is it not Mikel Arteta?
Yeah, he's part of it. He's part of the process. But I would say this: I've got to say this about ERS, right? Your favourite player, Mr. General Manager. Okay, I've got to say this: I would have rested him against. Was it Leeds? Well, who was the last?
He didn't start the game, did he?
Who did we last play in the cup? About a week or so ago. Was it Leeds? It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Leeds.
Yeah, I would have rested ERS on that game instead of playing him.
Off, didn't he?
Well, he's still rested for the whole game.
One of the two, I can't remember.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, just rest ERS for the whole game. He didn't need to be on the pitch that night. No disrespect to the boy. Yeah? And he started scoring goals. Look at the goals he's scoring. You've got Saka as well now. He's running at players. We're actually attacking now, whereas before we were trying to play from the back all the time and getting it tied up in midfield.
Yes.
Anyway, that's the enforcer just saying his piece. Thank you very much. Lenny, over to you. Bush Bosh.
Man, I've been watching Saliba. He is performing like you wouldn't believe it.
He scored a goal. Didn't he score a
Yeah.
goal?
I'm not sure if he scored a goal. I know they lost in the week now, the 2-1, but he is in that back line. He's phenomenal. I mean, he took out Mbappe, was gunning for goal, and he came out of nowhere and just took the ball off. So
Yeah.
he is solid. And actually, Guendouzi is also not performing too bad either. Yet he's still strange. Still going through his mouth, still going the
Yeah.
same as
His own teammates
then,
doesn't trust him.
yeah. Then coming to the midfield, I've read an article of Partey being unsettled at Arsenal.
Why?
So that is a problem. I'm not sure why, but what I've read up was they say he's very unsettled. And we must also come to realize that AFCON might happen or it might not happen next year.
There's still a bit of
Yeah, there's still some niggles going on regarding stadiums and things like that. So it might not. So if it
might come to
happens,
South Africa, Lenny.
oh, okay.
That is the
Because
point,
we've opened up. We've opened up. Yeah, so
But
everybody's
then here's a
welcome.
question, bro, here's a question about what you just said about Partey, yeah? Be honest, in the last 5 games, is Partey playing like he's unsettled?
No.
No,
You see my point? You see my point, bro?
yeah,
You know?
yeah, because he had a fallout in a week now with, I think it was Aziz. If I'm not, no, it wasn't Aziz. One of the youngsters. A 50-50 tackle during training session, and he wasn't happy and whole bust up. But I don't know. Maybe it's media just hyping up things or just talking a lot of smack again.
And looking
Maybe
for
so. Yeah, but
Can I just
yeah.
Go on, Glenn. Go on.
No, I'm just thinking. How long is Saliba's loan? Is it till the end of the season next year, or
full
could we
season.
recall him in Jan? Can we recall him in Jan?
And I think they have the option to buy as well.
No.
I think is it
No.
his contract or Guendouzi's contract? I think it's Guendouzi's contract.
Guendouzi. I think it's Guendouzi for about 10 million, not Saliba.
Yeah. Not Saliba.
And Saliba's more that attacking defender type of thingy. If you watch how he plays, so he'll drop in the midfield and then so it could work wonders. So maybe it's also part of the process still coming.
So my heading for this is the trusted process. So I mean, we lost our first 3 games, as you could see there, and then we started winning. I'm talking about EPL alone. Then we started winning 1-0 Norwich, 1-0 Burnley, 3-1 Tottenham. We drew 0-0 Brighton. We drew Palace 2-2. We slut again 3-1 Aston Villa and 2-0 last week against the Foxes. Now, are you ready to trust the process? We still have 28 games to go. But you said it earlier on this. I think we don't have a lot of time left. I think we've got about 10 minutes left. You said it earlier on this that we have a structure now because last season he was tinkering with the team. Every week he had a different team laid out. This season he's stuck with the same 11.
I think you've got to say trust the process at the moment because it's winning. The process is winning. There were a lot of people who didn't think we would beat Leicester, and I said, no, we'll beat Leicester. I've got that confidence back. I've got the confidence back in this team, to be honest with you.
We won a good team away from him.
If he doesn't tinker, and if he leaves Ramsdale in goal and the back 4, and this could be a problem for Saliba, even though I want Saliba back, just going to back to your point a second ago, yeah? And I know we're running out of time, so I'll keep it quick. But if Ben White and Gabriel gel so well, yeah, even if Saliba comes back next season, the only time he'll play is if Ben White or Gabriel are injured.
Or in cup games.
or cup games. Yeah, and I don't want that for the kid. I want him to be.
At least he will put at least he will put on an Arsenal shirt and play, because he hasn't played a game for Arsenal at all.
I know, but I want him to be a permanent. I don't want him to be a bit part player, because I think he's good enough to be permanent.
No, he is.
No?
I mean, and also Gabriel being so injury prone, and God forbid it happens soon, for him to be injured. That will be a very good transition for the two players, whereas he can play both left and right back, centre back, Saliba.
Oh,
So
right.
they-
Okay.
Yeah.
I just worry that he's going to be a bench warmer, and I don't want that for the boy.
No, I
You know
doubt
what I
he
mean?
will be a bench warmer this time, but I don't think he will come back to Arsenal. That is my opinion.
But I think going back to your
he's such a good
original
player that he will be grabbed next season.
Going back to your original question, I think we do have to trust the process, because at the moment, the process is winning. Don't get me wrong. I know we're going to have games when it's up and down and all this. But as I say, I've got a level of confidence back in Arsenal at the moment where I think, especially if we play the way we're playing with the system that we're using,
Yeah.
we've got a chance. We've got a chance. So that answers that question for you. There we go.
Now, based on what you said, trust the process. Now, I went and dug out something here. It says Arsenal FC manager's record after the first 100 games. George Graham is on top with 56 wins, and there you are at 99 games. Last week's game, Mikel Arteta on 53. Should he win on Sunday against Watford, his first 100 games is 54. Now, trusting the process, a lot of other Arsenal fans are saying they don't want to trust this process. They're leaning towards liking the way that we are winning, but they're still not saying that he is the man. Lenny, quickly, Mikel Arteta, are you trusting the process?
I will say yes. One reason and one factor only is Arteta has mentioned on few occasions that he still chats to Wenger. And slowly but surely, you've seen that beautiful game coming in again. So, yeah, trust in the process, yes. You know, so I think he's also been fed by Wenger, but he's still doing his own thing. But Wenger still also giving on the sideline.
Yeah, it's like Fergie giving to Solskjaer. Gary says, good evening, gentlemen. Good evening, Gary. Evening to you.
Gary.
Welcome to Gooner Matterz.
Good evening, Gary.
So if you look at this quickly again, and we're going to go to our next slide quickly after this, is that George Graham, Mikel Arteta, Arsene Wenger, I think I only remember George Sweden. That's the other name that I can remember. Other ones, it's beyond me. I've never heard of them. I've never really.
Wow.
Yeah.
Herbert Chapman made Arsenal the team that they are today. Okay, we're going back to.
You're going
We're going
way
back to 1930.
way back.
Yeah.
Herbert Chapman, very influential.
If you look at their wins after 100 games, I think Mikel Arteta is doing very, very well, considering all the
Mm.
Right, and to the next slide is the next 5 games, guys. This weekend is Watford. Next is Liverpool. Then we've got Newcastle. Then we've got United, and then Everton.
I remember that I left a voice message. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yes, you said, I think 12 points.
Yeah, on the WhatsApp group. I expect 12 points from this. I think the only problem out of these 5 matches, and I know we're running out of time, so I'll keep it short. The only problem in these 5 matches is Liverpool. I think we can win all the rest. Sorry, Quentin, but that's the way it is.
All right. Lenny?
Man, the way teams are playing now, I'll take all 3 from all the games, because we had Man City against Crystal Palace, and we like, they're gonna whoop Crystal Palace, and look what happened. So the top teams are not really performing the way they should, because they're up one week, then they're down the next, and then they're up again. So we might catch Liverpool on the down week, and then we hit them. So why not take all 15 points?
No, I'd be happy with all 15, but I just think out of those 5 games, Liverpool are the only one that could cause us a problem, I think.
I'm going for 13 points.
The general manager's sitting on the fence, Lenny.
Now I'm going for 13 points because we can win everybody and we can still have a draw against Liverpool.
Well, yeah, only time will tell.
No.
Sorry, Lenny.
13.
Yeah, okay. So it's 4 wins. 4 wins and 1 draw.
4 wins, 1 draw. Where I'm going for 4 wins. Don't get me wrong. I want us to get all 15. I'm not. I just. Yeah, like you said.
You're not greedy. You're not that greedy.
No. We could. I mean, we could get Liverpool on a bad day. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So you never know.
Sorry.
All right.
Yeah,
come to predictions for this weekend quickly. You can only predict this weekend because the other games we don't know what's happening. So, what is your prediction for Sunday?
I'll go first, Len. Is that all right? 3-1 Arsenal.
2-0.
3-1.
3-1.
3-1 Arsenal.
2-0 Arsenal. 2-0 Arsenal.
Actually, no, I'm going to change mine because I think Superman will keep a clean sheet because he got the save of the season. So I'm going to go 3-0. Sorry, 3-0.
All right. I was also going to go 2-0 because we're going to have a tough game against Watford, considering what they did against Everton. They came from behind and win at 5-2. It was 4-2, 5-2.
They're playing good football at the moment, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they can break our back 4. That's why I don't think they'll score. I don't think they can break our back.
They probably won't break it, but they will still give us a hard game because we are playing at home. So I don't think they will come to the Emirates and come win. But they will give us a fight, though.
Okay. I'm not saying they won't. It's Watford, but I think I don't know. The back 4 is solid, too solid for them. You know.
Yeah. So look, I think I want to do a watch along. Not on this game. I want to do a watch along. Maybe Liverpool.
Man U would be good.
Maybe the Liverpool or Man U game. One of those 2, or maybe both those 2 games do a watch along. Then we can have either with the Liverpool we can have Alistair, and with the United we can have Quentin. But let me first see how we're gonna do that. And a watch along we can. I mean, all of us will watch our own screens, and we can just sort of do our own sort of commentary going on, and then we can have a discussion like that. I mean, Des, remember you and I spoke earlier on before we even when the show was very, very young still. You remember you said we must try and do a watch along. So
yeah,
I think we can do a watch along between those 2 games. Sorry,
that all.
I mean,
it depends on how wonderful.
How wonderful.
Eskom.
Oh yeah, Eskom, true. That is also.
I can't seem to get a stream at the moment. You might have to send me something because it seems to be blocking all mine.
His goal is the best at this stage.
Send me the link on the group.
Yeah, we'll send you the link. Yeah.
Cheers. Cheers.
All right, guys. I think we've come to an end.
Just
I wanna
one more
thank
thing.
you
One
guys
more thing.
once again.
One
Sorry.
more thing. One more thing.
Yes.
Sunderland manager shot his mouth off when he spoke about Arsenal.
Yes. Yes.
So now we get him in the Carabao Cup, and are we gonna whip him?
I think we're gonna really blast these comments into the air.
Didn't we have the same? Did we not have the same thing with Aston Villa with Martinelli?
Yeah, we will give him we will give that guy a red card.
Oh, totally. Yeah, totally. One more thing as well. One more thing, just quickly. Pepe, doesn't he slow the game down when he comes on?
I think Pepe needs a loan or a sell.
Yeah,
I think
I
he has
agree.
come to that point now.
He slows the game down every time he comes on.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys.
Thank you, my brothers. It's been a privilege.
Always nice to have you guys on the show.
Thank you.
And I will put on the group about the watch along. I think we will have a good time on the watch along. But yeah, thanks a lot, guys, and all the best to your families and those who are watching. The Arsenal way is trusting the process, and so far we're doing good, and so far we hoping that the process is not gonna disappoint. Keep safe, mask up, social distance, wash your hands at every given time, and God bless. Gooner Matterz,